Clay Patton on the Rural Radio Network. Let's talk the TAPS program. That's Testing Ag Performance Solutions. They're part of the Nebraska Extension program based in one of the western divisions around North Platte. We followed them for Fridays in the Field several years ago. You can still go and check all of those videos out about the 2020 growing season when you go to our webpage, or your YouTube page, rather, at KRVN's YouTube page. But I'm talking with Chuck Burr, Nebraska Extension Educator, Water and Cropping Systems. And Chuck, obviously the 21 growing season done. You're still crunching the data, though, but you have the annual meeting for TAPS coming up where you'll announce the efficiency of winners, who was top of their class, and some of the new things you learned, the early data there. So give us a breakdown. What's going on this meeting coming up January 15th?
Yeah, so we're meeting again at the Yana Center in Kearney. We'll start off with a social hour at 5 o'clock and then dinner and awards starting at 6 o'clock. So encourage everybody to come out. Yeah, we're still crunching numbers yet, still working on the efficiency calculations, but another very interesting year in TAPS. And to me, with the price of nitrogen fertilizer this year, it's really important for producers to learn from others how they're getting by with less nitrogen but still producing those top-end yields. And we'll have our efficiency winners there that night. Be a great opportunity for somebody to come in and visit with them personally and learn more about TAPS and learn more about how they're managing their operations to be more efficient and more profitable.
And really highlight the fact, Chuck, that you don't have to be a previous TAPS, someone that's competed in it, or really know a lot about the TAPS program to attend the meeting, talk to those efficiency winners. Really, you get a full scope of what the program is.
This is open to the public, so any of our producers out there, we'd love to have you come in, learn more about TAPS. If you're thinking maybe you want to be a participant in the future, this is a great opportunity to learn more about it, maybe start to develop that winning strategy that you want to try out. The fun thing for me is to see our participants maybe trying some things differently than what they do in their farming operation. This is the place to do it, no risk. If you mess up and you don't do very well, you didn't win the award, but at least you didn't lose the farm doing it. So, yeah, a great opportunity to try some new things at no risk. And to me, the technology that's available for you through the TAPS competition is just tremendous. Again, no cost for you to try soil probes or satellite imagery, aerial imagery. We'll have a couple drone imagery providers this year. So a lot of technology to check out and play around with at no cost and no risk.
Now, is there any early indications? I know you're still working on a lot of the data coming out from the harvest of the 2021 TAPS, but is there anything that you were surprised to see, or anything in this year in the 21 program?
To me, it was interesting to finally see most of our participants made money. Of course, the marketing conditions this last year has really helped with that. But, from the profitability results that I've seen, I think every one of our teams made money, which was not the case most years in TAPS. In previous years, about half of our participants would make money and half would lose money. But, with marketing conditions the way they were this past year, I think everybody made money. If you didn't, you really messed something up.
Exactly, and being profitable is great, but as we could see, things drastically change, and with the fertilizer prices on the rise, here's your way. How can I get the most use efficiency out of my nitrogen, get the most bang for my buck? Check out the TAPS program. And Chuck, for those that are thinking, okay, so I go to the January 15th meeting, then in March, that's when you're going to get ready for the next year, the next growing season, get people set up. Tell us about the next launch program for TAPS.
Yeah, so our kickoff will be in mid-March. We haven't quite settled on a date for that yet, but we will hear pretty shortly. That's when everybody can come in and learn about, the rules and regulations of the competition. We'll have our industry partners there, what soil moisture probe you might want to select for use on your operation or your farm in the competition. Some of the other technology providers will be there as well. One of the things we're looking at is maybe adding an insecticide decision. So, that might alter which hybrid you select. If you want to purchase a hybrid that has a trait against like western bean cutworm, and we would have the opportunity on the subsurface drip competition to spray an insecticide on your plot and not everybody else's, whoever makes that decision. So I think that'll be interesting to take a look at as well, just another opportunity to learn what other people are doing and what's most efficient and most profitable.
So there's a lot that you can learn. Again, if you want to talk to these efficiency winners firsthand, you can go to the January 15th banquet at the UNAS Conference Center. Of course, all of this at UNL TAPS webpage there. They've got it all laid out. Chuck, I know in years past you have also done some webinars and some in-person meetings about about data that's collected from TAPS in previous years? Anything like that we can expect in 22?
Oh, we always try to include data from our TAPS competitions. Actually, we've got our crop production clinics going on starting this week. The first one's going to be tomorrow, Thursday, here in North Platte. But the next several weeks, and we're sharing some of our TAPS data at some of those locations as well. So, yeah, there will be ample opportunity to learn more about TAPS. And I know the Holdridge, they have a water conference down there. I think it's the 1st of February. A couple of us, Matt Stockton and I believe, will be speaking at that conference talking about the results of the TAPS competition.
This is Chuck Burr we're talking with. He's Nebraska Extension Education Specialist, Water and Cropping Systems. And, Chuck, we appreciate the time. Mark it on your calendar, January 15th. Talk to him now because early registration closing quickly for that meeting. Again, January 15th for the Testing Ag Performance Solutions, or UNL TAPS program. Chuck, before we let you go, final or closing thoughts for us?
Yeah, it's an open bar, so open bar and prime rib dinner. I don't know how you can pass that up.
I think those two words just sealed the deal. January 15th, Eunice Conference Center. More at the Testing Ag Performance Solutions website. That's taps.unl.edu. Thanks you for listening to the Rural Radio Network.